How's it going, Yankee fans? My name is Alex with my co-host here, Nick Nielsen. And today we want to discuss Aaron Judge and just how freaking amazing this guy is. And ultimately, we've been kind of negative about the team the last couple of days, which is warranted, by the way. The IKF situation yesterday, we discussed that this morning, Ryan and I. And, Aaron Judge just seems to be the only one that wants to win a freaking World Series this year. He seems like the only one that wants to put him and Nestor Cortez and Jose Trevino. Those are the only guys that feel like they want to win. They want to put their best foot forward, that aren't demoralized after every strikeout or after every error or bad play. Judge strikes out once, he comes back and hits a freaking like a moonshot. And then, he's rejuvenating this team when they need to be, but the other guys are not stepping up. And it's really starting to get on my nerves. Like, they don't look motivated out there. They don't look like they care at times. And I think Judge is one of the guys that really continues to impress. And he's having one of the best seasons of any Yankee in history, probably one of the best seasons of any player in history. So, we want to discuss that. Is he the undisputed MVP? There's been a lot of discussion about Shohei Ohtani being in the mix here, and I think that we'll obviously touch on that, Nick. But how are you feeling today, and what are your thoughts on the big man, AJ?
I'm nice. I'm very, never thought I'd say this. I'm very happy the Yankees have an off day of baseball today. It's been a rough couple of games. Even the win we won, it was a great win, but still, it's like some of the similar problems remained. And here we are on an off day, September 1st, new month. Call-ups are today, so I don't know what the Yankees are going to do. We have yet to see any moves made, so maybe they just wait till tomorrow before the game. But there's got to be some changes. There's got to be some new life injected into this team. However, that means we're going to see Chichi Gonzalez get called up, and then Marwin activated from the paternity list, and then probably someone else that's just mid that we don't really get excited about, because that's what this team has been doing to us recently. It's been a bit demoralizing. Cabrera was a great move. He's been nice to see. He's been struggling a little bit the past couple of games, but overall, he is the right move to have out there. Play him at shortstop. Get rid of IKF. Put him on the bench. Please, for the love of God. But the one thing that is not going to move and should never move is Aaron Judge. This guy, and it's kind of scaring me a bit that the Yankees are faltering this much right now and that they're refusing to call up their players. And then the offseason moves with IKF and Donaldson instead of going out and getting Carlos Correa, who I know is not having an amazing season, but he's having a solid season, or Corey Seager, who's having a very, very good year. I do worry that Aaron Judge may look at that and say, are you guys really competing? I may want to go somewhere else. So when I used to believe it was 100% chance this guy gets extended in as a Yankee for life, I now have it at about a 70% chance. So we got to finish strong. Losing games and losing division leads and losing stance in the postseason, thus making it a more difficult track to get to the World Series, is not something that entices your superstar, once-in-a-lifetime player to want to stick around. So I'm excited to talk about the superstar player, Aaron Judge, the undisputed MVP. For everyone out there that thinks it's Ohtani, you can go ahead and kick rocks. Aaron Judge is having a literal once-in-a-lifetime season. In my 12 years of watching, 13, 14 years of watching baseball, have never seen a season like this. I unfortunately, I remember 09, A-Rod was him. He was godly in the postseason. And then, of course, Hideki Matsui. But Aaron Judge as a whole season, this is the best season I have ever watched in my entire life. So if we're not going to reward the guy, let's at least continue to shower him with praise. He is the MVP. That we're going to talk about it more in the episode, but he is the MVP. For everyone wondering, before we get into it.
He's Himothy.
There we go. My man. Very nice.
He's Himothy. And Aaron Judge this year, and we'll talk about the numbers right now because the numbers don't make sense. Humans should not have this type of power, this type of just consistency that Judge has had this season. He has been 100% healthy. Knock on wood 1,000 million times. Everybody knock on wood right now. Right now. Please. Because I'm not going to be the one that does this to him, okay? He's played 127 games this year. He has 51 freaking homers, 113 RBIs. He has 15 stolen bases. That ties Harrison Bader's career high. 15 stolen bases, 104 runs scored, 13.9% walk rate, 25.4% strikeout rate, which is not bad at all for a player of his magnitude and how his slugging looks. He's hitting almost 300 with a 40% on base rate, 664 slugging, and 196 WRC plus. He is 96% better than the average player. He is two average players smashed into one. He is Aaron Hicks. He's kind of below average. Who's an average player on the Yankees right now?
Right now, bang average Josh Donaldson. He's got 100 WRC plus, I believe. Maybe they get 99.
Two Josh Donaldsons mashed together and then some. because we like Aaron Judge more, just out of love for Aaron. We give him better grades than that, right?
There's nothing he doesn't. There's nothing he doesn't, and there's nothing he can't do. Here's the thing. Here, oh wait, I'm gonna eat my words on that. Give me a second. Until Aaron Judge pitches, okay, shut the fuck up. Until Shohei Ohtani plays defense, until Shohei Ohtani shifts to center field and mans that because he has a literal gazelle named Aaron Hicks out there, who, by the way, got to give him kudos for robbing the home run yesterday, even though it basically meant nothing because IKF had other plans. But when Ohtani does that, sure, yeah, in my opinion, they kind of cancel one another out. Not in the sense where it's like, yeah, Ohtani's pitching is the same as a baseball player playing both sides of the field, because that's not at all true. What Ohtani's doing is special. Do not get me wrong. He is the second best player in baseball behind this guy. So when you look at the leaderboards for like F4, if you look at the F4 specifically, because everyone loves to use WAR as the end-all be-all argument, Judge leads at 8.3 for F4, and Ohtani combined pitching and batting is at 7.2. So Judge is still an entire win above replacement better than Ohtani. So it's not like they're dead even, and you have to choose the guy having arguably the greatest all offensive season of all time without any, PEDs, or the guy that does both things exceptionally well. And at the end of the day, it comes down to this is a once in a lifetime season. Ohtani just did what he's doing this year, last year. They're basically like replicative seasons. It's pretty crazy. But Judge, last year, Vlad, the argument was that he's having an incredible year. He's only 23, yada, yada. He was not having nearly as good of a season as Aaron Judge is right now. Judge is going to end the year with 10 WAR. 10. That's, for reference, the Angels team WAR this year is 8.3. Aaron Judge has as much F WAR as the entire Angels team for the offensive numbers. And I'd love to, I know I'm going on a little bit of a rant here. I'd love to quote one incredible piece of journalism by one Andy Martino. He wrote saying, Aaron Judge can be MVP over Shohei Ohtani when he starts pitching. Oh, interesting. This is his argument. No one other than Shohei Ohtani can be considered for the most valuable player award, while Ohtani is a good pitcher and hitter. There are two types of players, position and pitcher, and only one person does both. And then he goes on to say, Aaron Judge is a great, great, great player. He's in the league at the wrong time to be MVP. There is another guy who does two jobs. Sorry, Judge. You have to solve the Yankees' bullpen and rotation issues before you can have this award. My counter to that is, well, in that case, Ohtani, you got to solve the Angels' offensive issues if you want to win the award, because the Angels are ranked bottom 7 in every major offensive category except for walk rate, in which they're ranked 19th in baseball. So if Ohtani wants to win the MVP, then prove you're the MVP and make it so your team is not bottom of the barrel. You take away Ohtani, the Angels are still ass. You take away Aaron Judge, and now we're in a firefight with the Baltimore Orioles for the wild card spot. There's levels to this. Aaron Judge is having a better season than Roger Maris. He's going to finish with more home runs than Roger Maris. There's a fucking movie about Roger Maris. Are you kidding me? And if you haven't seen 61, watch that shit. I'm sorry. I'm riled up.
It's funny because like you look at Shohei Ohtani's, like both of them. I'm just looking at the runners and scoring position numbers, right? And I'm like, maybe Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani like are closer or whatever it might be. And Ohtani has unbelievable stats with runners in scoring position, right? He's hitting 308s with a 45% on base rate, including 10 homers and 55 RBIs. Does that sound pretty good to you?
No, Alex, that's terrible. Obviously, that sounds pretty good to me.
Aaron Judges are better than that. He's hitting 363 with a 50% on base rate, 11 homers, and 63 RBIs with runners in scoring position this year. The guy is legit. He's embodying Zeus right now.
He's sitting on Mount Olympus again. We will never see a season like this again.
You'll never see
no steroids, and he's going to hit 60 home runs plus.
And that's why Brian Cashman is shitting his pants right now, because Judge wants to be paid based on this season, not based on what he's going to do in the future. He'll never replicate this.
No
numbers.
No offense to Judge, he's still going to be like a 160, 150 WRC plus,
which
player.
Is still elite.
But he could post a 200 WRC plus. 200. He's got as many home runs as Ohtani and Nate Lau combined. And Nate Lau is batting like 310 with 22 home runs on the season. Can we just take a minute to appreciate this? Like, he's the second closest guy in the AL is 20 behind him.
Yep.
What? There's levels. Ohtani's like 21 behind him. And I know home runs isn't everything. Look at every other stat. every single other stat. And then the defense, that's the biggest thing for me. Judge played center field pretty well. He's got 3 outs above average and one defensive run saved on the season, playing both right and center at 6'8" in his contract year, whilst leading the league in every offensive category. The guy has switched between 2 of the hardest positions for someone of his size to play. So can we just please stop saying Ohtani pitches so he automatically deserves it? Because Judge plays defense and Ohtani doesn't do that. Judge has to play 2 defensive positions and Ohtani doesn't have to do that. Judge has to carry his team and keep them in like the division lead. And Ohtani is just playing for his own accolades. And so he could potentially boost his trade value and go somewhere else. That's the other thing. Why are all the Angels fans defending him when he's going to literally be traded in the offseason? They have no reason to keep him for the last year of his deal, maximize his value, get 3 top 50 prospects back and a star player with it, and you're set. Like, why are the Angels fans on Ohtani like this heavily? Like, guys, he doesn't even want to be there. He just likes the sunshine. He doesn't want to live in New York. That was the only reason he signed with the Angels. They're the only other people that offer him more than the Yankees.
Yeah, and look, this is the last thing I'll say, right? This is the last thing I'll say because I don't want to go too deep into it. I think we all know Judge is the undisputed MVP. But the last thing I'll say is this: when you're on a good team with the expectations and the hostility and I think Aaron Judge is the only player this year that hasn't been torn apart by the fan base.
That's a great point.
Only player, and I think as a Yankee fan, and we shit on players all the time. As a Yankee fan, and I know you guys feel the same way, when's the last time you shat on Aaron Judge? Probably since he was injured 2 years ago. Like, when you have a player, it's like offensive lineman. If you don't hear any news about them, they're doing a great job. We have nothing to say but good things about Aaron Judge. He is unbelievable defensively. He's unbelievable offensively. He is a great guy in the locker room. He's a great person. This is the guy you don't let go. This is the person you pay, even though he's going to want money for this year. I think that there's something to say about being loyal to the people that produce this type of level. You cannot replace it. I'll tell you what, if the Yankees let Aaron Judge go, Ohtani's probably coming to the Yankees because they have no choice but to sell the farm for him. They have no fucking choice.
Because who would you replace Aaron Judge with? Because that's the thing. It's not like the Yankees. If the Yankees are this is what's gonna piss me off more than anything. Yeah, if the Yankees are planning on letting Aaron Judge walk, and the front office, as in like Hal, Cashman, all those guys are like, you know what, we're not going to be able to get a deal done. So let's start looking elsewhere. Why would you make it so he just walks in the offseason and you just say bye Aaron Judge and then just let him leave? Like, it just would be dumbfoundingly stupid to me. And I would officially be off I've defended Brian Cashman a ton. I defend a lot of his moves he makes. And I do think the Yankees spend money, albeit not in the right areas and for the right players. They spent money this offseason. They took on Josh Donaldson's $50 million. They just did not properly allocate that $50 million they took on to someone else like Corey Seager or Carlos Correa. Like, there are better options out there. But if they let Aaron Judge go, especially if he wins MVP this season, which he should, if the season ended today, Aaron Judge is the MVP and it shouldn't be close. I'm sorry. But if they end up, like, the season ends up going and he keeps the pace he's on and hits 62, 63 home runs and wins MVP, even if you don't win the World Series or whatever, you have to extend this man. There is no one in baseball that is as captivating as Aaron Judge. He's 6'8", the nicest guy off the field, like a teddy bear, cares more than anyone, arguably, about the game on the field, a great clubhouse presence, is going to win MVP this season, has put together like 6 seasons in a row of 140 plus WRC plus baseball, and has made the proper adjustments everywhere needed. His strikeout percentage this year, compared to his rookie year, where he was godly as well, down 5%. Like, he's doing everything that's asked of him, and that's still with the terrible college strikes at the knees because he's so big. Like, he's got more college strikes on him since 2019 than anyone in baseball. So give the man his flowers. I know Yankees fans do, but please, all of baseball fans, stop with the Ohtani. Until Judge pitches, he's not. Shut up. In the words of Michael Jordan, stop it. Get some help. Aaron Judge is the MVP. The pinstripes are never too heavy for his shoulders.
No, they're not. And that's a factor that I think goes under the table, under the radar. It's like, to be a great Yankee, it takes a lot, and it takes a lot mentally, let alone physically. So I agree with you. MVP, undisputed, no, not even a question. And yes, we are biased, but I think we are also giving some pretty damn good arguments to justify it. So I'd love to hear your opinions below, my friends, about this discussion, your thoughts. I imagine you're all in the same boat as us. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode discussing Aaron
Shout
Judge,
out Arsenal, baby.
MVP.
Keep winning, boys.
Shout out
Keep winning.
Arsenal. I'm not really an Arsenal fan, but they are playing well, so I'll give them that. I will give him that. Erling Haaland is having an unbelievable year, so excited to see him continue to
screw
crush
Man
it.
City. Yeah, that guy just steamrolls everyone. If you don't like football, get into it, fans.
It is fun. It is very fun. You talk about passionate fans. They got some of the most in the passion in the world. It's crazy. But guys, hope you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to like and subscribe as always. We'll catch you guys on the next Fireside Yankees episode.